My own freaking TV show here. Garage Talk with Friends.
How's it going, guys?
My own freaking TV show. Nope. There we go. Oh, anybody in here? So, any of you guys have any topics you want to talk about tonight? Anything car world? Anything? Oh, Raymond, you got some updates on your Trans Am, which I should introduce all you guys here.
Sure.
Something going in the chat room here, maybe. Oh. I
better watch it or I'll go.
I'm sure you will. You'll be a butt in the chat rooms, which will be. All right.
All over that chat room.
Anyway, so we have in the live stream right now today, we have Raymond, who, what is the name of your, it's
Anubis Performance.
Yes, Anubis Performance. And he has a 87 GTA Firebird. And he's new to the whole YouTube and all that stuff, but he does have a pretty sweet looking car. Which is actually in the middle of getting a basically a freshening up of the paint, right?
Correct. Yeah, I had the car painted last summer, and I was very unhappy with the outcome of it, and sent it to a buddy shop that has a 3rd gen as well, and then getting the body work done on it, you know, because they painted over dents and just pretty much did like a Mako job on it, didn't care. And I paid a lot of money, and I was very upset. So I took it to this shop, and the car's actually been broken down into pieces, and it's been sanded down completely and going into the booth now.
Oh, that's sweet. Is it just a straight black, or?
We actually came up with a custom mixed color for the vehicle, which I'll show to the world on Facebook once it comes out the booth next Saturday.
Does it have any pearl or metal flake in it, or is it just a?
It does. It does. It is a custom mixed black with Lamborghini and Tesla blacks mixed together, and it's got like this weird copper look to it. It's like insane.
Oh, that'll look pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We got a Classic Ride here in the chat. He says he's trying to clean up an engine bay. May I ask, what is the vehicles that you are cleaning?
Yeah, I was just asking the same question.
Yeah. A little bit of a slow start today here.
I'm getting some notifications here on Facebook, and I got 2 of my friends here that say they're going to be joining the chat soon.
Yeah, I do need to share it too some places, but yeah, not to discourage anybody that is watching this video after the fact, but this is our normally scheduled Sunday night chill and chat. So whatever we want to talk about in here does not matter to me. I know there's a few things going on in the YouTube world and in the car world. Let's see. I have one of my regular people that I have on here, Jason. He is a old car auto guy. He is, if you watched his last video, he might be hooking up with Nick up in Montreal. If you've ever heard of Nick's Garage on YouTube, really cool older gentleman working on classic cars, mainly Mopars. And I can't wait to see that video from Jason if he ends up getting up there. I haven't introduced Chevy. Chevy, why don't you say hi? Chevy.
Yeah.
You gonna say hi or what?
Hello.
Great TV personality there. But anyway, so Chevy here is my buddy. He's normally the one that helps me out in my shop. He's been hanging with us here in the live streams as well. Let's see, he's got a Classic Ride Society. He's working on an 87 BMW 635 CSI. Oh, LS swapping it. It's a BMW motor.
Drift car.
Huh? What's Chevy?
Sounds like it's gonna be a drift car.
Who could be?
I wonder if it's a 5.3 LS swap or if it's going to be a 5.7 or LS
Or
2
bigger.
above.
I know that if I do the LS swap at my Nova, I'm looking for a 6.0 or bigger.
Speaking of the Nova, how's it doing? Last I heard of it, you had a lot of issues with rust, and you bought another body and stuff like that.
Pretty much right now they are both sitting in a field up here in Lehighton, and they are waiting for their turn to end up in the garage, which is right now being taken up by Jean Grey, the Trans Am.
Gotcha.
So it's third in line, actually. It's got the Trans Am needs to get running and be able. Well, it's not that it's not running. I need to put the Trans Am back together enough to pull it out of the garage so I can pull a truck in. Finally, get that transmission finished, and then the Nova will be ending up in the shop. But I don't know if it's going to permanently stay in the shop or be pulled in and out because I still want to get the Trans Am back together enough to be inspected so I can drive it this summer.
I understand. Yeah, I'm in a process of a transmission swap as well. My 700R died on me, so I just
the one in the TA.
the one in the GTA, yeah, died. I just picked up a Turbo 350 long tail today, and I'm going to be installing that.
You gonna do a valve body?
It's the manual valve body. It's already got it in there, so I'm going to be just adding the B&M shifter to it, and I actually located down the B&M torque arm bracket that's been out of production for a couple of years. So I got that, and trying to, like I said, just ordered it today. So I should have it this week and have the transmission slapped in by Friday. So so by the time it comes out the booth, it'll be ready to get put right together and hit the road.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that thing on the streets this year. We have a Lou in the chat room here. He's from he found me through the Dodge Ram videos, which, like I said, that truck will be going back in the shop shortly to get the fluid pump replaced, which is the only part that I can think of that is the reason why the transmission is not building pressure. And we also have Steve from Hammer Down Motorsports in the chat. Welcome aboard. He has been in every single live stream so far. If you have not checked out his channel, he has I've already not opened that one yet. He has a really awesome channel. He's actually in the middle of building a shop. Last time I checked, he was busy putting in like above the shop room. I think he calls it a mezzanine. I know I just butchered that. So I know he has a Dodge Ram. Waiting for him to get that in the garage. He has a Rio, which he picked up from Copart, and little Kia we have and that Rio are destined for a face-off here when he ever gets it done. And then he has a 2017 Camaro SS, I do believe. I think it's a 17. And that's got a bunch of mods to it, including a Pro Charger. He also has an old school Dart. And what else does he have? He has a bunch of cool little toys as well. Go-kart, four-wheelers, and no, it's not a four-wheeler. It's a, what is it? I don't know. He knows what it. The Rio finally has its head on it. That sounded weird. Anyway, yeah. So
Classic Ride said he's got a 5.3 aluminum for his BMW swap that he's doing on it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, those are peppy little motors, aren't they?
Yeah, them little LS 5.3s got some power to them.
Yeah.
Oh, Junkyard Dream is what they call them.
I do believe Cletus McFarland. He just put a 4.8 in his. Well, he's putting a 4.8 now. His junkyard Corvette. So it did have the 5.3 in it until he blew it up.
It's very hard to blow up a 5.3. It's very hard to blow up the LS motors.
You need to understand. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of Cletus McFarland, but he is not very nice to his vehicles. He beats the not out of them.
A 9.3 and on an LS block. With who knows how many pounds of boost?
Yeah, it's a stock bottom end with a cam, aftermarket heads, and a huge ass turbo.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just
Literally,
ran. That motor probably would have ran 8s if you would have pushed it.
That's crazy.
yeah.
And what the problem is the oil pan that they had on it, the baffles were removed on it. So as soon when he went down the track the last time, it oil starved the motor and killed it.
That's crazy. That is really crazy.
Okay, so the toy that I was talking about with Steve, he says the Can-Man Commander, and what else is he saying? Oh, that's right, you still have that BMW up at Westie's. I forgot all about that. And he's doing a twin turbo on that one. Are you still keeping the BMW motor on that, or are you putting an LS on it, Steve?
I forget.
Hmm. What'd you say? Well,
I said I forgot he had a BMW.
I know, right? We never see it. It's just stuck in the. It's actually stuck in the junkyard up at Westie's. We got Impact Garage, so that's shoot name Ken from Impact Garage. No, is that right? No, it's not Ken. I excuse me, I forget who Impact Garage is as far as it's not who I was thinking it was. But welcome aboard Impact Garage. Oh, and he's LS swapping the BMW too. Steve, are you going to 5.3 or are you going a different motor? You may end up having to drag that BMW down to your shop. Heater core on the 01 Ram, is that the same application as in the 02? I'm not actually sure. Is the 02 still the same generation as the 01? I forget when they ended it. I think so. It's for the whole second gen Ram. It's the same procedure for all of them.
The earlier models might be a little bit different, but I know like the 2000 would be just the same.
Yeah, 2001 and 2002, if they're the same generation, should be the same. The LQ4. Oh, so the 6.0 LQ4. Yeah, I'm not. If I go to LS Swap the Nova, it'd definitely be a learning experience for me because I am not familiar with the LS platform. Most of the motors that I work on are the old school carbureted, 70s.
Yeah. I mean, I work on a lot of the SBC stuff, but I'm a Buick guy by heart. Everybody knows that. My LC2s, my Grand National motors, those are my favorites.
Right. And Impact Garage, I think his comment was because he wanted to make sure that the procedure that I showed in my video will be the same to work for his. And like I said, if the truck is the same generation, if it is still a second gen, then he should be good. Hey, we have another celebrity in the chat room who just popped in. Welcome aboard, The Outlaw SS.
How's it going, guys?
The Outlaw SS is another Camaro SS owner. He has a really sweet red one. And glad to have him aboard. We're getting off to a little bit of a slow start, but as soon as we pick up a decent topic to talk about, I'm sure it'll get heated. We'll try to stay away from the topic from the first two live streams. I think we're past that by now. Get to do our own thing here. So let's see. We'll start off everybody's favorite YouTuber that we have in here, or an update on their own channel. So I know that Hammerdown is going to be pulling out a video on his mezzanine. Yeah, this is his new garage.
Mezzanine.
His office space and his lounge area. So we know he's doing that. Kind of curious as to what Z Outlaw SS's favorite YouTube channel is, and an update on his own channel. If he will kindly let us know in the chat room. And while we're waiting for that, how about you, Raymond? What's your favorite YouTube channel?
My favorite YouTube channel at the moment right now will definitely be Rambling Around. And Rambling Around, I follow them for their 3rd gen Trans Am build that they got going on.
They got some other cool content too, though, with the restoration / custom shop that they have, that they work at, and then they also do a lot of just overall, like just what do I want to call it? Showcasing different cars that they have in the used lot.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's a really good channel. And then I like the new GTO that they've got going on. I mean, that's really getting my goat.
Yeah, I like them a lot too. That GTO is pretty cool, but that Trans Am, that kid that has it, I don't know his name, I forgot his name, but he's done a lot of work in this fall.
Well, yeah, if you followed it all the way from the beginning, there's this is like the third motor, second or so different setup as far as the way he went about it. Geez, he put that thing through a cornfield twice?
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really cool channel. So if you haven't checked out Rambling Around on YouTube, go check it out. I do endorse that channel as well. It is also one of my favorites. Not that they really need my help to shout them out. They're doing pretty well all on their own. It's a father-son channel, and definitely a lot of cool variant of content. All right, let's see. It looks like Z Outlaw has... all right, Z Outlaw just uploaded a new video wearing purple. Yes, I saw that. It was... what was it? 5 things not to do with a nice car, I do believe is what the title was called. I have not watched it yet, but I did see it pop up on my recommended list. Oh well, you know, you're gonna offend some. If I'm not offending you, I am not doing my job. So you're offended. My girlfriend is offended. It is official.
I'm offended to be in the same house.
She's offended to be in the same house as me. Ouch. Anyway, so yes, the Outlaw, you are definitely welcome aboard here. We know you're not racist. You're just having a little bit of fun, and you don't mind ruffling a few feathers along the way. He does have a great channel, and I do enjoy his content. And he is pretty good with the editing as well, from what I've seen of his channel. All right, let's see. Who else do we got in here? Slow Restoration. Yes, Slow Restoration is another local channel to us up here in PA. He is doing an LS swap in a S10 Extreme, and that is going Krypton green, I do believe, from what I've seen. I think right now he's struggling with the exhaust system on that car. I mean, on that truck. I guess whatever Classic Ride Society, he undid it. Let's see what else is going on up here in the chat room, because I want to keep you guys up to date here. Yeah, probably. I'm not sure if you have TubeBuddy or not. There's the Outlaw, but it does have a very good feature to let you know whether or not something is most likely going to be demonetized. Classic Ride Society, I find quite a few 3rd gen F bodies and junk. You're going to find quite a lot of few of everything in the junkyard. I mean, I've seen some nice cars in the junkyard. I've seen some new stuff, some old stuff, and sadly, here in PA, once it ends up in the scrapyard, it's done. There is no pulling it back out, which is a shame, because a few years ago, in fact, all of the teal stuff that was on my Nova came off of a 79 in the scrapyard that was mint. I mean, it was clean. Not a spot of rust on it, not a rust hole, nothing. And that car sadly met the crusher.
As a 3rd gen owner, Classic Ride Society says he sees them often in junkyard. I have yet to come across one. They're like a needle in a haystack out here. Very rare.
You need to come up here there, Raymond, because the junkyard right down the street from me has several of them at any given time.
Wow, that's crazy. They're so rare here in the Tennessee area.
I've seen 4th gens in there. I've seen 3rd gens in there. It's definitely 2nd gens. The rarest thing I've ever seen is anything from the early 70s. So the 1st gens are hard to find in this junkyard.
Yeah, I have yet to find one.
Let's see. There's an awesome up-and-coming channel that really needs a good shout-out. They're called East Bay Hounds Car Club. They post cool action shots of their cars. So I guess I'll have to be checking them out after the stream. So it's East Bay Hounds Car Club. So Impact, if you want to send me a message at some point with a link to their channel so I can check them out later, or and put a link for their channel in the chat so other people can check them out, you know, or save the link. Let's see what Steve says. I'm trying to keep my comments from being demonetized. try to keep your comments from being demonetized. I have not demonetized a single one of your comments, Steve, because, you know, as long as you keep them, let's see, within reason and pertaining to the topic at hand and not just some random crap. I don't care. Let's see. And yes, I am waiting for Steve to get a third gen Z. Let's see. Found a 97 Trans Am with ram air hood today. Oh, that's I don't like the 97s though. 98 to 2002. Not a fan of the nose on the 93 to 97s.
I'll tell you one thing. Owning a third gen, coming from a Grand National to a third gen, I mean, it's a different world with F bodies, and they've gone up so much in value thanks to Barrett Jackson. People are asking ridiculous prices for them these days.
That's not a good thing. Well, it's a good thing if you're looking to sell. It's not a good thing if you're looking to get into the hobby.
Correct. That is correct.
I don't ever get a card looking to just turn around and sell it. Maybe once I get mine done, or if I need something for the channel in the meantime. But none of the cars that are on my channel right now are going anywhere.
And neither is mine.
Let's see. Chevy, what's your favorite YouTube? Well, yeah, what's your favorite YouTube channel? And I think we went over this last week, but we can do it again this week.
I don't know. I've been really getting into what was it, hand-built cars or something like that, where they do like
yeah, they do the whole
mod.
Yeah, the resto mod look on different stuff, and not all of them are resto mods. Some of them are just straight up restorations.
Some are just rebuilding, you know. Some are resto mods. Some are just restoring.
The only problem I have with that channel, and this is not to say anything bad about it because I don't have any idea. I'm worried that that channel is just stealing other people's work as far as like, I'm not sure if that's actually their content, just because of the stuff, some of the stuff that they have on that, or whether they're just pulling people's photo shows from different websites and putting it to music and putting it up on the internet, or if that's actually their stuff.
Yeah,
there's
but it's just, I don't know, I just found a lot of nice content on there.
It does have nice content. I do agree with that. But like I said, I have two channels that I follow that are like that, and I know that one of the channels that I did come across literally did snag a friend of mine's whole rebuild process. He had it up on a web forum, and they literally stole all of the pictures from that web forum and put them to music and put it up as their own on their own channel. And we had to have them pull that down because that's basically theft of content.
Yeah.
Clean third gens were 3K when I didn't have 3K for one. Yeah, isn't that always a freaking story? Second, you come up with amount of money, like I want a fourth gen. I want a fourth gen F body. I've wanted one for I don't know how long, but probably by the time I'm able to afford one, the prices won't be affordable anymore.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Because right now they're still in the what, for a decent one, you're still looking at what, 15 to 25 grand.
Correct.
For a decent fourth gen. And
that's
not including like a Ram Air Trans Am. That's just a regular Trans Am.
When you start getting into the LS Trans Ams and LS
that's what I'm talking about. I'm not a fan of the LT Trans Ams.
We're talking about the LS ones here. Those are like the very big dogs.
Yeah, the LS ones are going to be expensive because those are the ones that are most desirable, because otherwise you're putting in a crap ton of work to switch them over. Is this a conversation between two guys and Knight Rider? Raymond is choosing not to necessarily be on camera today, and that is his choice. But that is his 87 GTA, which technically I think Knight Rider was an 87, or was he an 86?
He was an 84.
Oh, an 84. I was way older. Let's see. I don't know who Jim is anyway. Hi, Jim. Welcome to the chat room. I don't think
Jim is a friend of mine from my
Facebook. No wonder he's busting on you.
Yeah, he's got a Grand National.
Yeah, we don't want Raymond on camera. I think my live stream would crash. Welcome to the channel, Jim. Feel free to subscribe if you're not a subscriber to this channel. We have a live stream every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we just talk bullshit and have fun doing it.
Hey, Jim, I'm not give you up, Jim. I'm just letting everybody know that you're a proud owner of a Turbo Buick, man. You have a very fast car, and I actually like your car. It's one of my favorites.
I think I sent you one to a very nice Turbo Buick channel on here, didn't I, Raymond?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
What is it? Venom GT.
Correct.
That's not its full title. Was it Venom GT 87?
Yeah, Venom GT 87.
Yep, that's
I think
another
so,
great
yeah.
channel.
You're the one who got the call out.
Yep, he was at the call out. He has actually, I think, two Grand Nationals, I think.
Yeah. Jim's Grand National is pretty quick, man. I've seen it in person. The guy's got a very fast car.
Does he have a Instagram or YouTube or any other social media that people could follow if they like the Grand Nationals?
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure he does, Jim.
A YouTube channel. I'm not positive, but I did see something that he posted somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was.
Jim or
Jim has a
Oh, I'll talk to
Jim is on Facebook.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the Outlaw. I definitely want a WS6, preferably a 2001 or 2002. But anything from 98 to 2002 is what I'm after eventually. Got to build the wife's car first, and she wants a Chevelle. So the next car that I will be hunting for after I'm done the Nova and the Trans Am would be a Chevelle.
I mean, I'm a Chevy fan. I've always grew up as a Camaro fan, but that generation Camaros and Trans Ams, the Trans Ams are so much sexier than the Camaros.
Yes.
I mean, be honest with you, the Trans Am that everybody wants to be honest with you is the TTA, the '89 Turbo Trans Am. That is a beautiful car.
Yep. Although I am, even though I am a Trans Am fan, unfortunately, Raymond, I'm not necessarily a fan of the third gen Trans Am. They are nice looking cars, and I'm not knocking them. I prefer the Camaros from those years.
Understandable.
I think they just, I don't know. I just like the way that the third gen Camaros look over the third gen Trans Ams. Let's see. Go ahead.
I don't know. I was just saying, I always been a Camaro fan, but I don't know. Just to me, the fourth gens or the Trans Ams are so more appealing to me than Camaros. The Camaros just
exactly. The Camaros have the unfortunate resemblance to a mud bottom catfish. You are not mistaken there. I have never been a fan of the fourth gen Camaros from any year. We have another YouTube up and coming in the chat room. We have Straight Six Fan, another one of the channels that I follow. He has a YouTube channel where he makes content on what he calls offbeat hot rodding. If I got that correct, I'm pretty sure I did. Right now he is working on a Fox body Fairmount. I think right now he's doing a custom gauge cluster for the cigarette ashtray area.
STR8, yes, they did have the same motor as the Grand National. They had better heads. As a matter of fact, Jim here has one. He has number 396 out of the 1555 that were ever built.
Oh wow!
See, I told you. I watch your channel. Straight Six Fan just said I got it done. I did it right, so. Definitely want to give him a shout out as well as I shouted out earlier, Jason Carr from Old Car Auto Guy. Both of them have a live stream. I do believe it's Thursday night starting at 8:30 my time, I think. Yep, 8:30 Eastern. They're both trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you are interested in more automotive content, you can either check out Straight Straight Six fan and Old Car Auto Guy. Both of them are frequent on my live streams as well, as far as at least in the chat room.
Jim, the question on your... Go ahead.
I gotta correct this because I was wrong. It's 8 our time, and they wrap up. It's only a half-hour show, so it's 8 to 8:30.
Hey Jim, I had a question. Does your Turbo Trans Am have the GNX intercooler like they say they do?
So basically, what is it? The 89 TTA is it basically a Grand National and an F body? Grand National drivetrain and an F body.
Correct.
And is the F body lighter or heavier than the G body?
Way lighter.
Oh, how did that thing not freaking? I mean, if they had so much hype with the GNX, how did the or is it just the Grand National, not the GNX?
The GNX and the Grand National differ for the turbos and the ladder suspension bar that it had in the back.
Okay, so there's how much of a performance difference is it?
About maybe anywhere to 100 horsepower from the 87 Grand National to the GNX.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Considering back then they didn't have a whole shit ton of horsepower.
No.
So 100 horsepower is a big deal.
Yeah, back then a lot.
The steering wheel on a DTA looks like a keyboard.
Well, to answer his question, Hammer Down, in 87 they look different, the GTA steering wheel versus the 88s.
Well, they went to a lot more technology in 88, didn't they?
Correct.
Yeah, that was part of the refresh, was the technology upgrade. I think there was one in a car show up here that had all of the bells and whistles. Well, let's see. I know Straight Fix says I don't. Straight Six fan does not. That says that I don't struggle with his name. It's because I know what your name stands for. Looks like he's getting my camera here. Straight Six fan has one. I like his one of his shirts that he has on his channel. It's literally just 6 pistons right across the center of the shirt. Most simple, basic, but easily recognizable shirts ever.
I like your shirt there, NOVAtazz. I'm trying to get mine's done here. I'm working
on this one here is actually the Nova one. I don't have any of the new TA design ones. I do have the one that's on my background for my screen, but don't have any of those ones laying around. And my girlfriend has my old Trans Am one. She adopted it when I got this one.
Gotcha.
You can find these shirts on Teespring under NOVAtazz Custom Store. And that's the oh no, our chat seems to be dying here. Anybody in the chat room have a topic you would like to see us discuss or would like to chat about yourselves? We definitely would. Oh, well, yeah.
What to say?
Well, no, I was busy checking out some things here. I was checking out the actual stream itself, making sure it was still okay.
Hammered out dream events.
Dream events and events that we would like to attend, or events we would like to host. Because I mean, if there's a dream event I would like to attend, I would have to say the Bandit Run. That is definitely a goal of mine, or the Power Tour. One of those two. I would definitely love to attend one of those. I think Bandit Run more than the Power Tour, just because being a Trans Am fan, that's just something special. What about you, Chevy?
Mine would be the Power Tour or what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. It's like the 24 Hours of Lemons.
Oh, that one that Roadkill goes to all the time.
Yes.
In fact,
But basically, you should take
they
a crap car and take it out and have fun.
yeah, there was one of my buddies on my 4th generation Nova page on Facebook. He had a 4th gen in the Lemons race.
Ah.
So that was pretty cool. Oh, that's right. Steve's on the Power Tour this year. Hopefully, he'll have some good footage from that for his YouTube channel. I'd like to see that. Unfortunately, I don't think I would be able to attend any. Well, definitely not this year.
That's in Tech Garage. That's another one that I was thinking of, the Gambler.
What's that one?
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. I couldn't think of the Gambler 500.
Is that another one like the Lemons race?
The guy that what is it? Beers for Build. He did one, and I think it was a Mercedes. If it's the one I'm thinking of, he did one in Mercedes, and they had another car. Basically, it's kind of like Power Tour. You know, we got different stops or different routes you got to take,
Right.
but it's not all on road. It's like off road, like trails, through the woods and stuff. You gotta go through.
Yeah. To answer Straight Six fans thing, no, I don't. I definitely not. I don't know. I'd have to see his Nova, but I don't really think that style wheel would look good on a Nova. They look better more with the Krieger or the Torque Frost rims, or just going with the standard Corvette, any of the rally rims. I don't think a thin spoked wheel would look good on those cars. I think they're too chunky of a car to have a real thin spoked wheel look nice on them. It's my personal opinion. It's
I like those rims on those cars. That's just me.
Well, I mean, they look nice on a car like Raymond's. Raymond has similar style rims on his GTA. Don't you, Raymond?
I have the year one 17x9 repop snowflakes on there.
That's what he's saying here. The 17-inch year one Bandit snowflakes.
That's what I have.
Yeah, he wants to put them on like my Nova, a car like my Nova. I don't think they look right.
Looking
Really
at your car right now, I mean, I originally bought them for my Camaro. If you remember, I had a RS, and I put them on my RS because I wanted something different. But they I don't know, they would look pretty neat on your car, I think.
On a Nova like mine.
Yeah, they're different.
No, I'd have to see it. You can always have fun with some Photoshop and tool around with it and see if you like it on there before actually biting the bullet and buying them. I think Raymond, when you had them on your car looked really nice, but it did throw me with you having the snowblade rims on the Camaro.
Yeah, it threw everybody off when I did that, and like I said, I wanted to be different. That's why I did it, and it definitely stood out.
Yep, and everybody's car, no matter whether anybody else likes it or not, if it's your car, it's what you want.
Correct.
It doesn't matter whether you put Chevy rims on a Ford if you can fit them on it. It doesn't really matter. Just whatever you like, and you're the one that owns the vehicle.
I mean, I have to agree with you 100%. People give me crap all the time because I put an MSC wing on the back of my GTA, and people can't understand why I did that.
Because you wanted it.
But yeah,
exactly.
A car, to me, a car is how you show your personality. Like, it shows what's you.
Right. Whether anybody else agrees with it or not. Like me, I don't agree with the big donk cars, but you know what? There's people out there that love them. They can love them. Doesn't mean I have to. But again, if it's their car and they're paying for it, it's whatever they want to do to it, as long as it doesn't become a safety hazard, as far as I'm concerned.
I have to agree 100% on that.
Hammer down, I say go for it.
What's he doing?
He said about putting the IROC decals on his SS.
I'd have to see how that look. I mean, that might be pretty cool. I mean, I'm trying to remember what year IROCs though, or did you get the new IROC decals from the IROC that guy made the one off of? Okay, so yeah, he is talking about the new IROC.
Okay.
The guy that's making the aftermarket panels to transform the new Camaros into IROCs.
Yeah.
That is a sweet car. I mean, I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen one of those new IROCs, but go hit the keyboard.
I've seen.
I'm not going to be playing keyboard hunting with this. I'm not that great with the screen share stuff just yet, and I'd rather have a double screen to be able to do that with before I start playing around with it.
Who was the one that asked about those rims?
It was Straight Six Fan. His brother has a Nova just like mine, and he wanted to put the snowflakes on that.
Straight Six Fan. If you go to my YouTube page, Straight Six Fan, you'll see my car. I have like a walk around of my car in a wash bay at a dealership, and you'll see it. Those rims are on my GTA. You'll be able to see them. Yeah,
but it's one thing seeing those rims like on an F body. Seeing them on an X body is like the car's a lot chunkier than your GTA. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the chunkiness of the car just basically throwing off how thin those wheels are.
Yeah, I didn't really take notice that he was talking about a Nova. I just seen 77.
Yeah, he's a Nova.
When a Nova, how they would look.
I have a set of Pontiac. My Trans Am has the Pontiac Rally 2 wheels on it right now. They're all blacked out basically, but because it doesn't have the little insert and the spokes, it's not painted silver like it should be. So it just looks like a black rim with a chrome ring right now.
You have the rallies on your TA?
Yeah, my Trans Am has the rallies with the chrome ring, and then it's got the like I said, it's supposed to have that silver wedge that leads down towards the center of the rim on each of the spokes. But like I said, it's just painted black at the moment. I'd have to actually completely glass bead them and repaint them because there's too many layers of paint on them.
Gotcha.
They are a nice rim though. When they're done right, those Rally 2 rims are really sweet looking on those Pontiacs. I think what do they run them on the GTOs? They ran them on the Trans Ams. Did any of the bigger cars like the Bonnevilles and stuff have those Pontiac 2 rims?
I don't think so.
What's that?
The Pontiac 2 rims, like they're on my Trans Am Chevy. Do you know if they ran them on anything else besides the GTOs and the Trans Ams?
Not that
Anybody? Maybe. Yeah, $100. The nice rims for $100. Yeah,
find a pair of rims in the junkyard though that aren't damaged with the steel too.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think that the 15-inch are more desirable over the 14-inch. They did make them in 14 and 15-inch, just like the Corvette Rally rims were done in 14 and 15. The Corvette Rally rims I have on my Nova are 15-inch.
What size rubber are you running?
On my TA?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but the rim is a 15x7.
Okay.
It's the same rubber that was on the car when I bought it. I have not swapped them at all.
Really?
The only time I pulled them off was to do the burnout video. I pulled them off and threw just some trash tires that I had laying around on it, just so I was baking them off instead of the good rubber.
Gotcha. I run 245, 75s all the way around on the GTA. It's got a square stance.
You don't want to know what's on the back of the Nova. That's back of the Nova has 255 70 R15s.
Wow.
That's a big tire.
Yeah.
The same size tire. It's actually wider, but the same height as a Colorado. In fact, I think we measured them. They're almost as big as the stock tires that were on my Ram.
Oh wow.
You know, you can say the tires are on that were the stock tires for my Blazer.
Yep. It's a big tire. And I plan on stuffing a bigger tire in the back of that Nova when I pull it in the shop. So I'm looking to go with the same height, which is around 29, 30 inches tall. And I'm looking to go at least 14 or 15 inch wide.
Hey, Twisted, your Blazer, by the way, I was checking out your Facebook page the other day. That Blazer is in immaculate condition. It must have took you years to get it like that.
Which one?
The one that he has displayed on his display picture that's like in a car show with it's like wrapped in barrier or something like that, where you can't get past the barrier to see it.
Oh, he's talking about
It's like an
One
orange
Lowe's.
color.
Oh, is that
he's talking about one.
oh, is that one low Blazer's car? He's that's the one that's not Chevy's car. That's
Okay.
That's another one of the. That was somebody that we had in the chat room last year, last weekend.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I had a
that car, that Blazer was just in the Philadelphia Auto Show this weekend. Go ahead, Chevy.
No, I was just saying I had a Blazer like his, but mine was older. His is the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Mine was late 80s.
Hammer Down just threw something at me here. He goes, the V10 Ram versus my 5.9 Ram off road. Well, I've got a little bit of height clearance on yours. Is yours? I'm not sure if Steve's stock height or not. But yeah, mine's definitely not stock height anymore. Well, it's stock, but it's not stock Ram height because I have the off-road edition. So it's basically got a 3-inch lift. Yeah, 3-inch lift off of factory, and it's running 33 by 12.5 on it right now. But it's not going to go anywhere if I don't get the transmission fixed. So.
Oh.
Hammer Down, I think you have a little bit of a height difference on me here. You got 1.5 inches more lift and another 5 inches of tire than I have, or 4 inches of tire.
On the third gens classic, they never came with those rally wheels. They only came with the AKA like snowflake knockoffs and the bowling ball hubcaps is what they came with.
The snowflake ones that look just like the ones that are on the Jeep.
One was identical to the Jeep ones.
I know, you almost could swap them back and forth. The Jeep Cherokee limited rims,
When I first seen one of those with the snowflakes on, I'm like, do they just steal the wheels off of a Trans Am and put them on there? And then I looked up and I was like, no, they're factory wheels. Like, oh.
I had an '89 Jeep Cherokee Limited that had those gold snowflakes on it.
Ooh.
77 Trans Am 455. The only problem is it didn't have a 455 in 77. The biggest you could get was the 400. Though if I were to have a 455, I think I would get a 74 block. 74 block 455 HO.
Fun fact on that, they share the same 455. The fun fact on that is that 455 was the Buick Stage 1. They shared the same.
Not the 455 Pontiac was not the same as the 455 Buick.
Really? I read they were.
No, different motor. Really? It was a bored and stroked out Pontiac 400. With
really?
Special heads.
I read on one of the forums that they were the same motors.
No, it's somebody spouting off. Because the 455 Buick was the 403 that was punched out.
Yeah, that Stage 1 was no joke.
Completely different block. I mean, if you look at it and if it's got the oil cap in the front of the block, then that was the olds. But any of the 455 Pontiac cars did not have that oil fill tube in the front.
Makes sense.
What's up?
What would everybody's dream car be?
There you go. That's a good one. Raymond, what's the dream car? I already know this one. I think I know this one.
I'm pretty sure you do,
Raymond.
The 1987 Buick GNX.
How'd I guess?
Yeah.
Chevy, what's yours?
Hold on, he just hit a little soft spot.
Chevy's a closet G-body fan, so
I would be an 84 to 86 Monte Carlo SS,
Those are nice.
but
Yeah.
it has to be a T-top.
Bench seat or bucket?
Bucket seats.
Gotcha.
yeah. For me though, are you still going, Chevy?
Or if it would be anything else, my other one would be a 73 Super Duty.
Mine, it depends on the class, what kind of class car. If I'm going with a classic car, the 73 Trans Am with the 455 or the 73, I think it is.
Well, Jim says it's a lime green Ford Pinto for him, 1979.
I think he's being a little bit of a smart ass with that comment, but I mean, if I had to pick my like no limits dream car, Dodge Viper GTS. Anywhere between either the 98 or the like 2014, 2016-ish era.
Hammer Down says an 89 IROC Z 1LE.
White with the red interior. That is a nice color combo.
And 1LE is very rare.
You know, if I had to pick one like that, it would have to be that what color is it? It's like the teal with the tan interior.
Yeah.
That tan like suede-ish interior. That is like my that was a car that I drooled over when I was a kid because my best friend's dad had one. It was a green IROC with the T-tops, and then it was it had teal IROC with the T-tops, and then it had the tan interior. That was the car that I was just drooling over when I was a kid.
Dream build is Hammer Down's asking about a dream build. That's pretty good too.
Ooh, dream build. Well, I'm gonna get rid of some of these comments here so I can get some of these guys' attention here. 77 Trans Am 455. We're not. Class I said yes, they were more common in V6 models. 89 IROC Z1LE. We read that one again. Then the Ford Pinto.
That's great.
Drivable 74 Trans Am on Craigslist in my area with a 400 and a turbo 400 in it for only 24. That's actually what I paid for my Trans Am right there. 2400 was what I paid for my Trans Am. It has the original white paint, blue tea. Oh, that's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I'm with you there, Impact. That is I want the 455 though. If I'm going to go with 74 over the 400.
Well, to get to dream builds, I want to say that I'm already in the middle of my dream build there, Hammer Down.
You're a GTA or the?
My GTA, yeah, I'm definitely in the middle of my dream build.
Let's see. 80 Monte Carlo LS is swapped with the 5.3. 80 Monte Carlo, is that the body style you like, Chevy? The one before the that's the still the older big style.
The 80 Monte Carlo is the body style before the one I like.
Yeah, so that's the old school.
The 80,
right?
I believe, is like the lowrider style.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that weird slanted rear window, right? The quarter window. Okay, yeah. William is in the process of swapping G92 performance parts from a 91 Camaro that was rear-ended into his 91 Formula WS6.
Wow.
That Maui blue is a really pretty color.
It is. Hey, William, do you happen to have the two-piece taillights on that one?
On the wrecked one or the new one?
On the new one, on the 91 bird that he has, the Formula?
I like the honeycomb lights on those cars.
The ones I have, yeah.
No, you have I'm thinking fourth gen. You have do you have the honeycomb lights, or do you have the square tail lights?
I have the honeycomb lights on mine. They look like slots, is what they look like, but they're not the base model, they're the Trans Am ones.
Right.
And yes, he does have those two-piece tail lights. Those things are so rare and expensive. Really rare.
I'm not familiar with the third gen, so I don't even know.
Yeah, those tail lights are rare.
Bucket list 7074 Barracuda. I think that's on almost everybody's bucket list.
Ooh.
Even if you're not a Mopar fan, if somebody dropped a Mopar in your lap, I don't think you would snort at it.
Classic rides. What color?
Ooh, that's a good good question.
I personally, I mean, I'm not like a feminist or anything, but I love the Barracuda pink.
But that almost like mauve, like dark pink, or the lighter one.
What was that?
The darker pink or the
more lighter pink.
more lighter color.
I got a something we could discuss real quick. Who's waiting for their race car stimulus package funds from the IRS?
Who's waiting for it, and what are you going to do with it?
There you go.
That's a good one. Raymond, what are you doing with your stimulus package?
I'm buying an LC2 motor for my swap at the end of this car season. LC2 motor is just a Grand National motor.
Right. Didn't you already have one of those?
I did. I had to sell it because we fell on hard times, and family comes first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember seeing you had it almost completely done. You had swapped over to the good turbo or the good intake and all that shit.
Yeah, and then we fell on some hard times. Family comes first before the hobby, so
yep,
it had to go.
And Chevy will be buying a hot rod stroller, right? Chevy's got a baby on the way, so his stimulus package, I'm guaranteeing, is going to baby prep.
Yeah, Clash rides. What I was talking about is the trunk line. It has the weird like slope trunk in it, in the '80s Monte Carlo. It has sort of the same window as the '84 and above, but they're a little more angled.
Excursion Harley trim Cummins swap big lift and an LSA swap Raptor. Is that your dream build there, Hammer Down, or is that what you're doing with your stimulus? That would be, I'm guessing that's what he's gonna. That's his dream build there.
What are you guys doing with your stimulus package from the IRS?
Me? I'm not even sure if I'm getting one.
I ain't getting one.
So at this point, it's I don't know if it all depends on what's going on, whether or not I actually get to keep my income tax or not. So we'll see. If I do get to keep it, then I guarantee you there will definitely be a carb rebuild in my future for the TA. If not more than that, but that's my next big purchase for any of the vehicles is getting the carb rebuilt, so that way it actually runs the way it's supposed to. Because right now it's running on a 650 Edelbrock and it's too small of a carb.
Yeah, I was about to ask you what's the CFM on it.
Yeah, it's a 650 from the Nova. I literally just threw it on top of the TA just so that way I could get the car running. Because like I said, we hadn't had it running since you know that. It hadn't ran since I lived in Reading, and we got it running this summer. And actually, we got it running the summer before that, didn't we? Yeah, I think we got it running the summer before that, but it only ran for a little bit before we realized that the transmission was stuck in reverse.
Yeah, because we went to move and it's just like, nope, we're going this way.
Yep. That was that. We almost put the Nova through the fence. I mean, not the Nova, the Trans Am through the fence because we went and fired it up, and it went. No, it would have gone into the back. It would have gone into the front of the Nova first.
Yeah.
And because I put it in drive and it went backwards instead of forwards. Chevy wants Chevy wants to know what you're having, boy or girl?
Girl.
My girlfriend just said he's having an alien. Classic Ride Society is either going to paint it orange or black.
I would be concerned if it's orange.
What, the baby or the car?
It's a baby.
We're talking about a car at this point now. You guys don't get to hear the peanut gallery that's walking around unless it is picking it up. I get no income tax, unfortunately. Yeah, not all of us do get an income tax marked stimulus package.
Hammer down, that would be great.
Yeah, he can use all the help they can get. They were not expecting a kid at this point. It kind of snuck up on them.
Well, if it was a boy, we were already prepared because boys run in my family and everybody has leftover clothing.
Well, geez, I have
stuff for boys.
I don't have any leftover clothing, do I, Chevy?
No.
No, not at all.
Not at all. I have totes upon totes of boy clothes, just no girl clothes.
No, I thought that was just fluffy unicorns.
All right, well, Steve, we'll have to hook up with you, and I want to come down and come see your shop at some point. We definitely need to race that Rio, so maybe we can get that done in not too near of a future, and I'll bring Chevy down, and he can come pick up them clothes from you at that time, because you're not too far from us. All right, so let's see. Any car news? I'm not sure if there's been any good car news since last week besides the Philadelphia Auto Show here.
Well, the only car news that I know of right now is the new Blazer, which, by the way, is hideous looking.
I actually don't mind it as long as I don't think of it as a Blazer.
But yeah, I don't see it as a Blazer.
Yeah, if you don't think of it as a Blazer, and if you've seen it in some of the other trims it comes in, it is actually a pretty nice looking SUV. It just doesn't scream Blazer to me.
Absolutely not.
No, it's a sharp looking SUV. It just
it's a futuristic looking SUV. It's just not a Blazer. They should have just given it some other new name instead of calling it a Blazer. But
Hammer Down wants to know what it would be.
What?
Hammer Down wants to know what our dream builds would be.
Yeah, he said that a while ago. We were already talking about that.
No, he just said it again not too long ago.
The new Blazer's a minivan. That's awesome.
It's a minivan with a Camaro front end.
Hey, but you know what? This is coming from a guy that also drives a Land Rover, along with his new Dodge Ram. So I know that Land Rover is a pretty minivan-y SUV as well. It's just a luxury minivan. Actually, I think the Land Rover is actually his wife's car, but still. Dancing on rainbows. You're weird.
What?
My girlfriend is walking around talking about unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Pink fluffy unicorns.
Pink fluffy unicorns.
Impact Garage says WTF. It is a minivan. I just looked it up.
I don't really care. The thing is I don't think there's going to be very many cars that are going to go to the direction us car guys actually want them to, and anywhere near future. You know, we're all looking at that the electric car doomsday looming in our future. So they're all going to look like spaceships.
Next thing you know, cars be flying.
Exactly, like I said, they're all going to be looking like spaceships soon, and less like cars. So just enjoy what we have while we have it.
Hammer down, if I would go for a dream build, mine would be, like I said, an 84 to 86 Monaco SS. But a thing that I've always wanted to try is try to put a C7, like everything from C7, the suspension, drivetrain, computer, everything in the Monte Carlo.
It'd be a kind of hard thing to do. I think the hardest part would be making sure that your wheelbase is long enough for that transmission, that tube that runs the length of the car. Because you'd have to either have that a custom length or something, unless the wheelbase is the same. You believe it or not, at one point I wanted to stuff a Viper motor in my Nova.
That's different.
I wanted to stick one of the V10 Viper motors in my Nova. That was when I was in high school. That's what I wanted to do.
That's real different.
Put a Viper in Nova.
That was the other thing. I'm not sure if any of you guys knew this, but I had a big block Cadillac motor, 500 cubic inch. It was a 71 or 72 block. But I was going to put that in my Nova.
Camaro would work with that.
Huh? Yep, I think that's the shit.
Good point, Hammer down. Hammer down, the Camaro would work better, no torque tube.
Right, and they have the same, basically the same kind of style suspension as the Corvettes too. They have that independent rear suspension on those as well. Remember Chevy?
Yeah, it does have a good point, though. It doesn't have the torque.
Do you remember when I lived in Auburn and I was talking about if I could get a hold of a wrecked Camaro?
Yeah.
Stuff in a Nova.
Yeah.
Right now, I will settle for finding a wrecked delivery van for an LQ4.
Raymond, what would your dream build be?
Like I stated earlier today, I'm in the middle of my dream build right now with my GTA. I mean, I got it to where I want it as far as the look goes. Now I'm working on my motor.
Which is going to be the Buick turbo motor, right?
Yeah, sticking it in there, which is a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna get it done. I plan for my car to my dream build is for it to run at Bowling Green GN Nationals, and I want to run there so bad.
Are you gonna have to swap over to the turbo hood with that?
No, I can run the GTA hood on it, no problem.
All right, I didn't know if it was gonna be not tall enough underneath the hood.
Yeah, and I have to get rid of the air box, which it sucks because I need my air. I live in the South, but it is what it is. Well,
you can probably get one of those aftermarket vintage air that sits underneath of the dash and isn't even in the engine compartment at all.
Yeah, I'll probably have to do something like that because living in the South and driving a black car sucks.
Oh yeah, living up here in PA driving a black car with a black vinyl interior sucks. Trust me, I did it for years.
Oh yeah, or white.
There wasn't a part of that car that you could touch when you had shorts and a t-shirt on that you weren't throwing a towel or a blanket over. Do not park that car in the sun ever.
My stomach trying to work on the TA.
Well, the Nova was worse. If you made the mistake of parking that Nova in the sun anywhere, you were not touching that car without putting aloe vera. You got out of it.
A fire protection suit.
Basically, I mean that car. I mean it had a aluminum steering wheel with black leather wrap on it. All of the seats were black vinyl, and then all of the interior was black vinyl. So on a black car, I mean that thing just baked. There was no insulation in that car whatsoever. It just got hot, and that car does not have air.
Yes, William. You didn't hear correct. I don't have a GTA.
I see Pete snuck in here from Camaro Time. Pete's ears must have been ringing for the last I don't even know how long. What time is it? Oh, for the last hour. We've been talking Camaros since basically we've been in here, haven't we? We have to actually start picking up in here now because I know some other live feeds that are ending right about now.
Rainbow.
Huh? We got JA. He's not feeling well. Otherwise, he would probably be on cam with us today. JA, you missed everything. The world has ended, and we are now in an apocalypse. Zombies are ruling the world. Let's see. Pete, what is that I hear? That's why I have fabric seats in my black Z28. Yep, fabric seats are the way to go, even though I went with the vinyl seats for looks because that's what I was after when I had that car. Let's see.
All day.
That is the question, Jay. Were you sitting there and sitting in on Greg's chat, which we are not going to divulge into the toilet bowl that we did the last two chats.
Wait,
Especially not right now, because I would hoping some people show up over here. Oh, you were asleep. So Camaro time. What do you got going on in your channel in the next couple of weeks? Anything good and interesting coming up? I think I saw some tires on your Instagram, and I'm hoping they're going to those matched for the tires that you were teasing us with last year. Hopefully somebody's getting some new shoes. What is Nova drinking today? Actually, Nova is actually drinking spring water. He is not drinking that North Carolina spring water this weekend.
I don't know.
Oh.
Speaking of preggers.
Yeah, because you've done the second gen Camaro videos. I think you also did the first gen. I know I've seen the second gen ones, and you just put up the third gen ones a couple of days ago. Let's see. That's okay, William. You don't need to know about all of you know. You hang out here enough, you'll know what all of us have.
I mean, we could tell them what we all have. That way, everybody's up to date on what we do have.
Yep, we can. If you want to start, Raymond, do you only have the GTA now, or do you have do you still have the other car?
I am the current owner of a 1987 Pontiac GTA barn find car, 70K, one owner. The original owner died, and his son inherited the car. It sat in a garage for years. He was about to lose it in a divorce, and I snatched it up for $2,500.
That's a steal.
Yep.
Do you still have the black Camaro or no?
I sold the black Camaro after I bought the GTA because that was my dream car.
Okay.
I don't get my dream car.
Hmm.
I don't get my dream car.
You will eventually. Okay. Chevy owns a stroller, so we'll just take one.
Yeah, that's what I own.
What?
Jeffy, we're in the stroller club.
You guys are in the stroller club, Chevy. That's
Yeah,
what
I got a
we
stroller with 20-inch spinners on it.
All right. I guess it's my turn. I have two 77 Novas. One's just actually basically both just shells at this point, but I am turning both of them into one car, trying to salvage what I can from my old one and putting them on a new shell. I have a 79. Well, hello, Raymond.
Hey, sorry, I got disconnected.
No, I was going to say because your other picture's still here.
Yeah, it's showing two of you.
You're taking over my chat. You're multiplying.
My cat stepped on the keyboard. Sorry about that.
That's okay. But you're multiplying. You're taking over my my live stream here.
I'm sorry. My cat stepped on the keyboard and logged me out real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, so I have 277 Novas, and I have a 79 Trans Am with a 76 Pontiac 400 in it, and I have a 01 Ram 1500 Off-Road Edition with a 5.9 liter in it. And you guys can all share your cars in the chat. That would be awesome. because we know that we know that a lot of you guys have some pretty decent cars in here, all except for JA's channel. He has diddly squat. I will definitely throw him under the bus right here, right now. He's not even in the stroller. No, I lie. He does have a set of wheels. He has a BMX bikes, doesn't he? He has one of those nut grabbers. Huh?
Yeah, stroller there.
I said I got a BMX bike.
Well, yeah, yours has you have a BMX bike with a flat tire.
Yes, William. I plan on keeping my GTN.
Technically, I have two BMX bikes.
That's it. JA is now putting time out. Well, who else would it be for, JA? Plow truck is no 1 Ram 5.9. Agreed. The thing does have the 5.9 does have torque for days. Mine always runs. It just doesn't move. Unfortunately, Dodge transmissions stuck ass. So we know that Camaro Time has a 4th gen Camaro. He also has, I do believe it's a 5th gen Camaro. And then he has a Tahoe. Hammerdown Motorsports has more cars than he can shake a stick at. And what is it, like 4 or 5 trucks right now? He has his Camaro. He has the Can-Am. He has the Rio. He has the Porsche, the Dart, the BMW. I might have missed 1 or 2. I'm not sure. Let's see. Impact Garage. He is a Daily, which is a lime green. Your Daily is a lime green 68 Roadrunner clone. God damn, I'm jealous. Let's see. That's nice, Impact. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, I forgot about the Ram, and I forgot about the Range Rover. And did he trade? Does he still have the Denali?
I'm not sure. He has the Ford.
Well, yes, he has 2 Fords. He has 2 Fords. He has the S10.
Yeah.
He has the S10 on the boggers that can't freaking go anywhere. Let's say, you know what? He's got 1990 Z24 Cavalier. You know what? Those were unsung heroes from the 90s. 91 S10, 95 Ram 2500, a 98 F150, a 98 Porsche Boxster, 72 Dodge Dart, 2000 F150, 28 2008 Suzuki Rio, the 2014 Cummins. That's his work truck, I do believe. The 2017 Camaro SS, the 17 Denali XL, 18 Range Rover, and the 2019 Ram Larmine, which I am extremely jealous. That is a freaking gorgeous ass truck.
Okay, Hammerdown, I was just bragging.
Like I said, he has more cars than you can shake a stick at. In fact, I would be afraid to shake a stick at that many cars.
I don't even want to say what my Daily is. Everybody's gonna laugh.
It's still a Mustang.
I don't have the Mustang. I got rid of that. I now have a 2006 Hyundai Accent.
Wow.
But it's great on gas, so yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know that's not much better
Where do
than
you store
the Daily. Huh? Right now I have to. All of my cars are down, so I daily my girlfriend's 2012 Kia Soul. The only thing that I can you know it is the Plus, so it does have the bigger motor in it, and it is a little sporty. So yeah, I have nothing to brag. All my vehicles are down. Everyone has some cool cars. I am currently swapping a 5-speed into my Teal 91 Beretta GT. The Beretta was just the 2-door version of the shoot. What was it? the celebrity, people believe. I think. GTS was sick. There you go, Steve. You need to rid of that real quick. I don't know. I don't know. I think that Z24 is a, you know, the Corsica. Yeah, that's right. I knew it was, the Corsica was a 4-door, and then the Beretta was the 2-door.
Yeah, my dad had a Corsica, and that thing was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, they are.
Was that the one that you had to shut the door with the barn door latch?
No, that was my stepdad's 93 Alumna Z. I forget what it was, Z28 or something like that. Z28. That we had the hasp on it. It was a padlock to close the door.
Impact Garage has other projects that you can throw a battery into and drive. 73 Mustang Coupe, the 74 Plymouth Valiant, and you can drop that K5 Jimmy off at my shop. That'd be great. 84 Trans Am and an F100, 75 F100.
Ooh.
I don't know. You know, you can take that 84 Trans Am and that K5 Jimmy and make one really badass vehicle. And I'm sure Hammer Down would be all over that like white on rice.
57 John Deere.
There you go. I know one where one is. It's on block, Steve. Black hardtop, tan interior. I just need the money. You know what? The K5 Blazer is definitely one of the trucks that has a sweet spot. My ex-stepfather, he had an 85 K5 Blazer with a 8-inch suspension lift, 2-inch body lift. He had 44s on it, and it was running a 454 with 396 heads. Turbo 400 trans, 4-wheel drive with the, what is it, the three-quarter ton rears in it.
What's up, Wicked Fabs?
Hey, Joe, welcome aboard. Glad to see you in here. If you don't know, Wicked Fabs has a truck and hunting channel. Lots of tons of great content there. He takes you with you when you're hunting, when he's hunting, and he also has a bunch of truck content. He's also another Ram fan. He has a 2nd-gen Ram that he is busy customizing. Definitely another truck that has my interest. He's done a lot of custom mods to it. So if you haven't checked out Wicked Fabs, go check him out. Let's see. What Oh. It's a IROC that Camaro Time found. Black and tan IROC. Ooh, that sounds sweet. Hardtop though, not a T-top. Those 3rd gens look freaking killer in a T-top. Let's see. 71 Sebring, cloned to a Roadrunner. Oh my God, I'm gonna start singing Baby Shark. Please, somebody kill me.
Oh, stop.
Baby.
I have kids. You can't get away from that song. Jess is over here singing it now. We need to do a T-top conversion on that freaking 5th gen there, Pete. Where we at? Hour and a half in. I love unloved cars. Looking for a turbo Dodge from the 80s. You know, when I was
the Shelby one, the Shelby Charger, that was turbocharged.
Yeah, you know, I like the little Daytonas. Those little Daytonas were freaking sweet. Little hatchback ones.
Yeah.
I had a friend that had one. I don't know. That would be wait, didn't or you Camaro time, it's either that or you can go with the IROC glass top Hammer Down's the one that he went down to SEMA and checked out. That was a pretty sweet looking deal too. All right, you know what?
88 Daytona.
Yep. All right. So now I got another part of my. Normally, we're all drinking alcohol in this live stream. Apparently, nobody's drinking alcohol today. Raymond, what is your favorite beverage of choice?
Well, when I do have a drink, it's definitely Coronas.
Okay. And Chevy, we can guarantee yours is Jack Daniels or Yingling, right?
Yep.
Oh, Chevy. There is a bad word on your beer.
Hey, it was in the refrigerator when I came here.
Okay, but that's horrible news. I'm sorry to hear that, Chevy.
I know, but it's free.
Well, yeah, I guess beggars can't be choosers. My beverage of choice would normally be Guinness if I can afford it, but Yingling is a good backup. If I went to have our hard alcohol, my beverage of choice, North Carolina spring water.
Turbo Caravan.
Girlfriend likes Gatorade. You know, you like Jolly Ranchers. Which one's your favorite?
I have a lot of favorites.
Okay, Jess just likes to get drunk.
I like grasshopper milkshakes.
Grasshopper milkshakes?
It's a shake version of a mint alcohol drink.
Okay.
I like Jolly Ranchers. I like Tequila Sunshine. I like Sex on the Beach.
It's Tequila Sunrise.
Yes. I like Peachtree.
Night, Pete.
Fuzzy Navels.
That's Fuzzy Navels.
Peachtree in general. I'll take shots of Peachtree.
Yep. The Carolinas are a good time. So let me go back up through the chat and let's see, make sure I missed anything. Are we going to tell me nobody in the chat is going to tell me your favorite beverage of choice? Huh? What? I don't know.
What?
Where?
Why?
I don't know. Yep. Night, Pete. Catch you in the next live stream or your next video. Most likely video because that'll be what comes out next. Classic Ride Society likes Coronas. Impact Garage. You know, saying goodbye to Camaro time. Or no, he wasn't. Whatever. Camaro time likes a Pepsi. You can't go wrong with a Pepsi, especially when you add Southern Comfort to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got some more car talk. You're not far from me, about 3 hours. Crown Royal, yes, that is definitely a gentleman's drink. Sometimes that's just too smooth of a whiskey. Or is it rum? Whatever, I'm talking out my ass apparently. Let's see. Midnight Moon. I've never had Midnight Moon. Oh, store-bought moonshine. I hate to tell you, Impact. That's not store-bought moonshine. Let's see, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Ooh, that stuff is smooth. Definitely know that freaking Hammer Down wants a cheer wine. In fact, actually, they have cheer wine in a couple stores up here by me. Cheer wine and Captain. Classic Ride Society, if you are recovering whatever or choose not to drink, definitely support you. Congratulations on 5 years of no drinking. Let's see.
One low blazer. What's going on? Just joined.
Oh, yep. Is he? Are you done hauling the blazer back home by now, or are you just chilling on the way back home? If anybody doesn't know, One Low Blazer is just had his really sweet S10 lowrider blazer in the Philadelphia car show for the weekend, and I think he just got home from picking it up and taking his baby home.
Is Hammer Down or Wicked Fabs in the Facebook group?
Both of them are in. No, Steve is not in the Facebook group, but Wicked Fabs is.
Oh, okay.
Wicked Fabs is Joe in our live stream chat on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully I'm taking your blazer is nice and home safe. Is she still up in the trailer, or did you unload her already? Now, how is Steve not cool enough?
Ouch.
What are we ouching? What am I missing?
No, Steve goes, I'm not cool enough.
Yeah, it's just because he didn't get whatever. Pete's still hanging in here. I thought he was heading off to the straw mat. Steve, you are definitely cool enough to be in the chat, but you said you don't want to be on. The chat is basically for the people that are possibly being in the live stream. You said you didn't want to be. I could definitely add you, but your phone would blow up constantly.
I just turned off notifications for it.
Well, that's what I do. Oh no, I have notifications turned off for that group. I have another live stream group that I have the notifications turned off, but I want to make sure that I answer you guys when you message me on that one. So I have the notifications turned on. Oh, we can't deal with this dead air here. Oh, let's see. Fair, that's fair. Hopefully your office is done soon. I'd love to see you in our chats. Today is definitely a slow night compared to most of my live streams. Normally we have a lot bigger conversation. Well, we have decent conversation definitely going on in the chat, which is awesome.
We normally have more in the live stream too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Normally we have a more active live stream as far as the people on camera.
Well, you got to remember too, it is Sunday night before work, so.
Well, no, I always run them on Sunday nights at 9. It's just JA is sick, so he's not in. One Low Blazer is just coming back from a car show, so that's why he's not in here. And some of the other ones that I was having come in, they are well, some of them just probably got done doing a live stream on a different channel, which is fine. But you know, it's just I have a lot of people that just weren't able to make it this week.
One Low says I will be back on next week.
You can pop. Hey, One Low Blazer, you can pop in right now if you want to. The link is in the chat. You're home now, so if you want to pop in, if not, that's fine. You can just hang out in the chat.
I'm happy you. I just want to say thanks for inviting me this week, guys. It was
well,
cool.
I thought that, you know, it's the whole point of this show is for us to all hang out, and you know, what better to have people that hang out than people that I'm friends with. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. Hanging out with friends, having a couple drinks, whether it's non-alcoholic or alcoholic, does not matter. And just chit-chatting about bullshit, you know, cars, whatever comes across our mind. What's for dinner, Low Blazer? And JA, we'll gladly keep you in the chat where you can recover your voice for next week.
He's asking Motorsports Hammerdown's asking about best car movie. I'm definitely gonna have to go with The Wraith from the 80s. I think it's a great car movie.
That is a very underrated great car movie.
Yeah, The Wraith is an awesome movie.
For me, pretty much any of the old school trucker movies were freaking really awesome. But
favorite movie is Breaker or White Line Fever.
oh, you got other good ones. You have what is it, Black Dog? That was a good Black Dog. You have shoot one of my freaking favorite ones. The one with the freaking duck on the front of the truck. Come on, we just went over this one last week.
Convoy.
What? Convoy. Can't miss that one. You know, and of course you got your classic ones. You know,
Christine.
Huh?
Christine's definitely a classic car movie.
Oh,
Yep. Christine's definitely on my list. You know, of course, you can't go wrong with Smokey and the Bandit. The second and third one can just, like, you know, quietly disappear. But any of the Cannonball runs, they were. I mean, even the second and third ones, they were still freaking hilarious.
Duel, I love that. Was a good movie.
Duel's good. Vanishing Point, Bullet. You know, you can just keep naming all the really popular ones. Maximum Overdrive, definitely a good one, even though that's more of a horror movie. It wasn't really much of a car movie except for the fact that the truck, but
American Graffiti's definitely up there with them too.
Oh, fine. Yep. And then you got Grease. Grease was another good one with the White Lightning.
Yep.
Hazard.
Yep. Dukes of Hazzard, but that's more of the movie. I don't consider the movie considering they didn't have a Dukes of Hazzard movie back in the day, and I don't think that the new one was that great. It was more of a flash and show than it was an actual, you know, legit, what I would say, true to what
Mad Max.
What was it? Mad Max. You cannot go wrong with the old school Mad Maxes. Were freaking awesome.
Yeah, exactly said about Mad Max.
What was the one with the orangutan in it? The trucker movie.
The orangutan.
Was that TJ and TJ Hooker? No.
No. Death Race. The original Death Race was really good. The ones after that were not as good. I mean, the second one was okay, but they really started going south after that.
The second one, they kind of got away from the storyline, what it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. And don't anybody ever don't even dare bring up the that other one with Will Ferrell in it. That one was horrible. Anyway, Play But Loose, that's definitely a good one.
It was horrible, but it's funny.
It was more of a TV show, but they had the I believe the square body Chevy in it. It was the Fall Guy. That was great.
Yeah.
There's so many car movies that can go on for days.
I know, oh my god. Especially back in the 60s. The 70s and 60s were awesome for car movies.
Yes, there was that one I saw as a kid. I remember the guy driving a I can't remember for the love of God his name, but he drove a green Mustang Fastback. I remember.
Bullet.
Well, yeah,
that was it. Yeah.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
The original Gone in 60 Seconds with the 71 Mach.
Yes. Yes, that was a great movie.
I never really cared for the 71 Mach.
You don't have to care. The movie was good.
The
movie was good about the car. The movie was freaking awesome.
What was it? Yellow Charger, an old movie.
Fast and the Furious. I'm hammered down. I'm gonna have to pass on the Fast and the Furious.
the original couple of films from the Fast and the Furious were really great car movies. Has anybody seen the trailer for the new Jason Statham and The Rock movie that has the Fast and the Furious name tag to it?
No.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother. It is.
It doesn't look that bad. But then again, they don't show anything that really shows the story. They're just showing clips of it. So who knows?
I mean, the movie might be great, but it is not a Fast and the Furious movie. It's not. I think they should have just started and called it something different. There you go, Chevy. There's yours. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Mongoose and the Snake. Oh my God, that was a really, really awesome freaking car movie. There was another one. What's an F1 movie that came out a couple years ago? Following the guy that wrecked his car, was burnt, and then he came back to racing again. Oh, shoot, what was that one?
There was Phantom Racer.
No, this is based on a true story.
Oh, okay. So I would say there was a Phantom Racer, which was in Iraq.
It was like from the 70s. The movie wasn't from the 70s. It was about the F1 cars from the 70s.
Oh, Rush.
Yes. No. Is it?
No. Because he didn't die.
No, I didn't say he died. He got in a wreck, caught fire, came back and came back to racing.
Yeah, that was Rush.
That was a awesome, visually awesome movie. What?
I just
Okay.
came there for a newer one not too long ago. Can't think of the name of it though. For like the F1 racing.
I remember the game on PS1 Driver. That was a great game.
Yeah, I remember that. I love that game.
I just got a message here on Facebook. I have a guy asking me here, what kind of stall am I getting for my Turbo 350 that I'm picking up?
Oh.
Yeah.
My girlfriend has a movie that you guys might not consider a car movie, but has really, really nice car scenes in it. John Wick. The John Wick movies.
Yeah,
I've seen those.
The Mustang in that is just sweet.
And the Chevelle.
Yep. That's in the second one, I think, right?
Yeah, and they're coming out the new one.
But yeah, the John Wick movies has some really, really nice car scenes in it.
Yes, they do. Oh.
There you go. There's another subject. Favorite car game. And we have any gamers in here?
I'm definitely a gamer.
Definitely, I would have to say. I mean, like when I was a kid, it was definitely the early Gran Turismos. But I have definitely switched over to the Forzas because the number one, I switched over to Xbox, but the I'm glad I did because the Gran Turismos kind of went downhill after the fifth one.
For me, it's going to be definitely Need for Speed Most Wanted. That is my favorite racing game.
That is definitely a classic.
Most Wanted, the original, not this newer one that they made in a couple years ago because that was absolutely garbage.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one that was on 360. That one was amazing.
Underground.
The original Underground I liked. I didn't like the ones after that. The original Underground is the one with the BMW on the cover, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's the one I liked. I'm not sure if you guys know, there's a YouTube channel that I followed recently. He basically built the BMW from that video game. I mean, pretty accurately. In fact, I think he had it at, where did he have? Did he have it at SEMA this year? He might have had it at SEMA this year, but it's a BMW replica from the game.
That's pretty neat.
I'll have to find it and share it. JA channel says Wagon Midnight for the movies, which is definitely, if you haven't seen Wagon Midnight or what's the other one? Shoot.
Oh,
The Toyota Apex.
Yeah, the 8.6. Like I noticed exactly what you're talking about.
Just having a brain fart. It's a Japanese Japanese anime about an 8.6 Toyota, basically drifting the mountains of Japan, and it's a really epic cartoon. I think it spans like 4 or 5 seasons. Bunch of good cars in it, and a lot of good car content in those for a Japanese anime at least. Let's see, Chevelle and Jack Reacher. Let's see, definitely Need for Speed Underground. Never liked Need for Speed Carbon or Pro Street. Midnight Club was okay. Initial D, JA's got it.
Yeah, that's there it is. I was like, I know it's something. It was like something, but like couldn't spit it out.
But yeah, I mean, if you there's definitely 2 movies. If you're into any kind of an import or drifter scene, checking out Initial D. And if you love the old school Datsun, then Wangan Midnight is a really also another epic Japanese cartoon.
I wish I could find that movie or even the show with English.
I did.
I can't find it anywhere with English.
Yeah, I found it on some torrent sites years ago. I wish I would have kept them at this point. Gumball Rally. Yep. Raymond, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just answering a question real quick. I'm sorry. Somebody was asking about a TCI stall converter.
Right. My phone is not nearly as productive.
Well, I am. I'm admin of a couple of 3rd gen groups on Facebook. That's why.
I really do like these movies on down.
Chevy, that all came out as a bunch of garbage.
What's that?
Whatever you said came out as a bunch of mumbled garbage.
Oh, I said at Hammer Down. I said the Need for Speed movie was a really good movie. I love that.
Yeah, that was good too. I forgot about that one. Freaking crash scenes in that were pretty epic too.
Baby Driver.
Oh, that is a good one. The freaking that dude just that is an awesome one. Let's see, right now my favorite card games are Auto Mechanic Simulator. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on that. I don't know if I would enjoy actually playing it though. BMD Drive, that one's also fun to watch on YouTube. Again, I don't know if I would really want to own it and play it. That's a really cool game though, because you could basically simulate any scenario as far as either crashes or all kinds of cool stuff.
I have Mechanic Simulator 2015. I haven't got the new ones yet. Transporter.
The old Transporter movies, like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Whatever the one is without Jason Stamos, it didn't have that edge. Let's see. But you can't go. Wasn't it any of the Burt Reynolds movies way back when? They were all good. All the car movies that he was in. What was the one where he was the stock car driver?
Oh,
was that Hooker?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it off my head.
He had a Camaro in that movie, I do believe, right?
Battlefield 4. That is a good game. Look at Babs.
Which is it? Oh, Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Have I played that one yet?
Mm-hmm.
No, one of the Battlefields.
We played that and Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question for you guys and everybody that's in the chat.
Yep.
What's everybody's other hobby besides cars? Like for me, for instance, Sean, you already know what that may be, and that's my Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars junkie.
Yes, you are. My little kid loves Star Wars. In fact, his bedspread's Star Wars right now. Chevy, why don't you go first?
I'm in the Transformers.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
That's more of an interest, not a hobby, though. Unless
But
it's collecting stuff.
I collect all the Bumblebee stuff and
Okay,
all
that's
that.
different. Yeah.
Oh, NOVAtazz, you've seen my collection of Star Wars stuff. I've posted it on Facebook, and
Yeah.
I've got a huge collection.
I'm waiting for you to pick up some of those Lego Star Wars models.
I have them. I just need to put them together, but I have a bunch of them.
I used to have a huge collection of Hot Wheels and Matchboxes since like I was a little kid, but I lost those in a flood in the early 2000s.
Do you happen to have that like 3-foot long shoot, what's his name's fighter?
The Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
I have it, yeah.
That one's like freaking, isn't that one like freaking almost like $500?
Correct. Yeah, I bought it a couple of years ago at an auction on eBay.
Damn.
My uncle used to have a bunch of Star Wars stuff when I was a kid. You walk in the living room, and there was nothing but Star Wars wall to wall.
That's in my living room right now.
You can't go wrong with Wicked Fabs' driving trucks, hunting bucks.
I'll be honest with you, I'm 40 years old, never been hunting in my life.
I went with I've hunted squirrel and small game, but I've never hunt deer. That I've made my own stew out of the squirrels that I shot. So
William, yeah,
that was only pellet gun anyway, though.
I've been doing miles stuff since I was a kid. I haven't really gotten to them lately. I have one I still got to finish. Another thing I'm really into is like the RC crawling. I've been working on a crawler here for a while now, trying to get it to finish the way I want. I have a 1/10 scale crawler that I'm putting a 1/10 scale New Bright Hummer H1 hardbody on.
Yeah, pretty much anything in the creative realm is my hobby, whether it's building furniture, artwork, models. If it's creative, normally I've got my hands in it as long as I have the medium to work with. If anybody follows my Instagram, they'll see a lot of the stuff that I've done. My girlfriend's jewelry cabinet I've done. I built my own entertainment unit / fish tank stand. Custom automotive pieces like my engine block table. I used to be really big into models. Lost them all. Haven't started back up to doing it. It's an expensive hobby to get into if you are doing more than just building the box kit straight out of the box. Which I don't have any enjoyment in building them right out of the box. I don't think they have enough detail.
I have a good one. Look at that.
Yes, good night, Wicked Fabs.
Yep, night, Joe. Impact Garage, I'm not sure if you follow RC Sparks on YouTube. If you're into scale 4-wheel drive, RC, and different stuff like that, check out RC Sparks and RC Sparks Reboot. Two really good channels. Followed him for years.
He's actually what got me back into the RC thing. The RC hobby.
Well, guys, I'm gonna log out here because I have to get up for work. It's 10 o'clock my time where I'm at, and I gotta get up for work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I have that same general issue here. Might stay on for a little bit longer, and then we'll end up wrapping it up. So definitely want to chill out with the chat here and talk. And I'll see you hopefully maybe next week.
Absolutely, guys. If I get an invite to come, I'll definitely come.
Yeah, you're welcome every week. You have the you're in the chat. You're welcome to come in every week. Whoever first come, first serve.
Absolutely. You guys all have a great night. It was awesome talking to you guys. But it's back to being an adult tomorrow, paying them bills.
Yep. All right.
You have a good one.
Got to support
All right,
that.
good night, guys. Good night, guys.
See ya.
Impact models. If it was models, my dream model would be. I always wanted to do an 18-wheeler with the aluminum frames.
I've seen some of them.
I've always wanted to do an extended frame on one. my dad's buddy and his kid when I were younger, they used to do them. They used to do all that stuff, and they're pretty sick.
There was model that I've wanted is there's a large scale Trans Am. It's like freaking 2 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Really highly detailed model, and every time I find it, it's just super expensive. The only one that I found that was anywhere decently priced was already half built, and it wasn't worth picking up.
Yeah, with the trucks, the only ones I can find anymore is the plastic frame ones. And can't really find the aluminum or metal ones.
Is Steve leaving? If Steve is going, I'll catch you next week there, Steve. Did Impact Garage catch the channels that I shouted out? I don't know if you saw them or not.
I'm not sure.
That's just me and you, Chevy, and our buddies here in the chat room. So I think we might end up ending it here, unless we have something else to chit chat about. Get you guys. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll catch you next week. By the way, if you'd like to support my channel and help me get my projects going, I have merch at Teespring. Just search NOVAtazz Customs on Teesprings. I have some new designs coming out, including some Dodge Ram stuff, and I have a new Nova shirt coming out that I am in the process of designing. So until next week, this is me and Chevy Boy. We'll catch you guys next time. All right, thank you for coming. What's up, Chevy?
You should send that again.
What?
Impact said that where should I send that again?
You find me on any of my social media. Links should be down in the description of this video. So guys are welcome back every week, Sunday nights at 9:00 p.m. Eastern. All right. Talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys all for coming.